Hi, my name's Alyssa and I'm Brightly's low waste lifestyle expert. If you're into sustainability, subscribe down below, become a change maker. But other than that, let's get started. So today we are reacting to TikToks all about sustainable packaging. I don't know about you guys, but I find sustainable packaging really interesting and I find it a lot more fun. And that's why another reason why I prefer it, it's a lot more unique and innovative. So there's a ton of awesome small businesses and awesome content creators on TikTok. So I thought we should watch a few, look at their products and talk about the way they package them. And not all of these are going to be perfect, and we're going to talk about it, have a conversation about it, and I encourage you to, if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments below. But I'm really excited, so let's get to watching. Okay, so I'm going to mute the audio just so we don't have any copyright problems, any songs used in the background. So if there's anything I need to let you know, I'll talk through it. So this first one is super awesome. She's using this kind of pleated cardboard as a way to replace bubble wrap, and it looks super secure. I like how she can cut it to the exact size she needs, so she's not wasting any products. I think this is super awesome for a small business owner. She even talked about how it was actually more cost effective than bubble wrap, which is always a plus. So I absolutely love that idea. I love these simple swaps. This one is by a girl named Chelsea Christina. She owns a shop called Mindful Goods. She's also a fellow low waste TikToker, and she's packaging an order for her shop. So it's all made from recycled materials or materials that manufacturers would otherwise throw out. And I really like that idea. She even talks about having plant-based tape, which is one of those little details that we forget about because standard tape does have plastic in it. And even her shipping labels, they're not typically recyclable, but hers are. So that's really neat. She really thought about every single aspect. And I think those are kind of the little changes we need to start talking about and thinking about making and pushing for businesses to start making. So yeah, you might ship it to me in a cardboard box, but what about the tape? What about the shipping label? It's great that she thought about those questions and that she's making those changes in her business. So I super applaud that. Okay, so this one is a little bit interesting because as you can see, they do have that string around the clothes, which is pretty clearly compostable. I believe that's plant-based, and a little paper card, also recyclable or compostable. But the thing I want to talk about is that mailer. So it claims to be a compostable zero waste mailer, but here's a couple things I have to say about that. So for example, if I personally receive that product, I might just be able to cut it up into really small pieces and throw it in my compost. But compostable products don't do us much good if we don't actually compost them. So majority of people in the US do not compost. So that means maybe majority of the people who order from you don't compost. So it's something to consider about your customers. Are they the type of people who are super into sustainability and they're gonna have a compost, or they're gonna have access to industrial compost? And you have to think about, like, where is it really gonna go? Because if this compostable mailer is just gonna end up in the landfill, well, that's probably not the most sustainable thing we could have done. And maybe these mailers are more cost effective or more effective for shipping purposes. So that is one pro of them, is that she'll be able to ship flat. So I know she was packaging clothing. So if she has many different size orders, she can kind of maneuver the mailer to be the right size so that again packs flat. But these are just things to think about. If you're gonna order from a company who ships to you with compostable mailers, that's totally awesome that they made that swap and doing that. It's more thinking of, do you compost, and is that gonna be worth it to you? Is that the most sustainable swap for you? This one I wanted to show off because I feel like the packaging is super common. So she's just putting her swimsuit in some nice tissue paper and in a branded box. Oh, never mind. I didn't realize she was gonna put it in a compostable mailer too. Okay, well, let's talk about some of the really awesome swaps she had in this video. So I love tissue paper for a couple of reasons. One, you can compost your tissue paper, or the kind she had. And two, I think it looks better, don't you think, than like a plastic wrap or like just your swimsuit coming in like a baggie looking like it came from a manufacturer. I feel like it's a great experience for the customer to unwrap that tissue paper like it's a little gift. I also love how that swimsuit fit perfectly in that box. It was a really thin, skinny box. It wasn't too big. She didn't need a lot of fillers. She just had that nice tissue paper to make it look like a present when you opened it. And then she threw it in a compostable mailer, which maybe she had to do. Maybe she had to have it in some type of bag or mailer or something. But again, I do think when it comes to packaging and you don't really know where it's going, that I may prefer a product with compostable packaging over recyclable. But when it comes to sending it to the masses, not knowing if they have a compost or not, or if they have access to composting or not. I feel like recyclable is a safer choice, or even a take back program. Not really talking about this small business or anything like that, I'm talking about more big businesses. Okay, this girl, I think her packaging is super innovative and awesome because all of her packaging is plantable. I love plantable packaging. I think it's a whole lot of fun, and I wish more places did it because I want to try it myself, but like I feel like just the places I shop at haven't had it. But I think plantable packaging is super uber cool. Here's a video of a girl actually doing it. She goes step by step on how to do that, and I think that's great to show your following who's purchasing from you how to actually dispose of your product. I think that's super important. Okay, this girl is kind of playing off of a joke off this comment, but she's showing the biodegradable packing peanuts. Every time I make videos about these two, people are always like, you can eat them too. And like, yes, technically you can eat them. They don't taste very good, but she's showing you how they degrade water and how to dispose of them. Again, great showing people how to dispose of your packaging and products. So I love that. Great alternative to the styrofoam ones. Honestly, like, why do the styrofoam ones even exist? Like, these are so cool. Okay, here's another one of these mailers. I know a lot of people enjoy getting things in those mailers. It feels very like, oh, I got a package, but I'm not really into mailers. So this one says it's 100% recycled. But my only question is like, what about now? Like, it was recycled, but now it's going to landfill. So that's great. I think it's a great swap. Maybe it's very cost effective. And you know, it's the same feel, very similar to just like your standard mailer. So this might be a very comfortable swap to make to a small business owner who's already using plastic, or somebody who's already buying packages that look like that. So yeah, I think it's a really cool swap. It's just somebody who likes to live with as little waste as they can, or just overall reducing their waste. I wouldn't super love to get that product because I would know I'd have to send it to landfill or find a way to like reuse it. But they are very cute, and I do love the branding on them. Okay, this is from a brand actually called Coco Kind. I actually use their sunscreen and one of their moisturizers, and I like them a lot. And here they're talking about how all of their plastics are actually made from sugarcane, and you can recycle it. So that's super cool. I think sugarcane plastics is such an easy swap from standard plastic. I think it's really cool that it exists because when you feel their products, it feels like you're using a product, just a industry standard product. I mean, it feels like it's packaged in plastic, but it's not, it's sugarcane. So something like an eye cream where you will want to squeeze it out of something and you don't want the tube to be aluminum, I think sugarcane is a great alternative. You know, is it like perfect? No, but I do think it's a great swap from plastic. Okay, this is Corey, and he has awesome packaging videos on TikTok, and he's proposing the idea of, if you got something from Amazon, it came in a cardboard box, would you be willing to basically set those boxes outside your door, let Amazon know you wanted them to be picked up, they get picked up and they get reused and recycled, and then you get a certain amount off your next order because you decided to recycle your boxes. This is the kind of initiatives big companies I think need to start implementing, because I don't know about where you guys live, but even out where I live, like, I'm not even that close to an Amazon warehouse, and those trucks are everywhere. And because they're everywhere and they're always in the neighborhood already dropping off packages, I think it would be great if they could pick up cardboard boxes too to be reused. I think this would be a great initiative. I wish it was real, but who knows, maybe one day they will implement something very similar to this. That would be amazing, and I would absolutely love that. And not just Amazon, like other big companies as well. Okay, and last one, this I think is just so cool. This is the kind of things that I say sustainable packaging can still be super duper fun, because this is just a cereal candle. Like, how cute and fun is that? It's all made from candle wax, but then they added in a real spoon and a real glass, and the best part is that once you burn that candle, you can just use it as a spoon in a bowl. I think that's super cool. I think it's a really innovative way of thinking about reusing and what your product's gonna do after its lifespan. And I noticed they had a wooden wick in there too, which is really cool. So that is all we are watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like this video, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time.